This is my audience. Taryn, Brian, Brady, Elsie, and me. And this will be my introduction, my speech. As technology continues to evolve, researchers and scientists find new ways to apply the knowledge to everyday life. A new development is the application of three-dimensional printing in real world, such as in this phone case. 3D printing became available in the early 1980s, but within the past few years, new research has allowed it to become more useful for the human body. 3D printing is paving the way to curing conditions that were once thought to be untreatable or too dangerous for past treatment. First, let us look at the history. In 1983, Charles Hart invented stereolithography, according to the National Inventors Hall of Fame. The purpose was to create a printer that could produce 3D objects for testing and research purposes. The early materials used were not sturdy enough to handle the strains of real-life application. Instead, they were used to model and change the design before the end product was made. In the early 1990s, nanocomposites were introduced to create sturdier materials that could be used in real-life application. Now, let us see how 3D printing has been applied to the medical field. Continuing research on 3D printing has allowed for its use in aiding the human body. In 2012, the University of Michigan C.S. Mott Children's Hospital was faced with an unusual patient, a baby with tracheobronchomalacia. The tissue in his airway was so weak that it persistently collapsed. The weak tissue needed to be repaired or replaced, but it was a risky operation since the patient was so young and so small. Instead, the doctors found the solution in a 3D printer. They created a splint made of biocompatible material that saved the young child's life. 3D printing can also be used to aid the exterior of the body. The 3D printing allows customized pieces to aid patients that have spinal disorders and restores mobility to paralyzed people. The only hindrance is the question of how to create biomaterials that could create living tissues. Overall, we have discussed the history, application, and limitation of three-dimensional printing in the medical field. Dr. Tepper is quoted in the New York stating, "You could try to do such a complex surgery without virtual modeling and without 3D printing, but it would be much more challenging, much more risky, with much more opportunity to fail. Although the medical field once operated without the aid of 3D printing, it would be mindless not to take advantage of the available technology and save more lives in the process. The question is not how we can fully solve all medical issues, but when." Thank you.